Fucking with my brothers, yeah, we riding. Fucking with my brothers, yeah, we riding. We riding. We riding. Fucking with my brothers, yeah, we riding. Fucking with my brothers, yeah, we riding. Yeah, we riding. We riding. Fucking with my brothers, yeah, we riding. Fucking with my brothers, yeah, we riding. I get the order, yeah, I'm riding. Fucking with my brothers, yeah, we riding. Fucking with my brothers, yeah, we riding. Fucking with my brothers, yeah, we riding. I get the order, yeah, I'm riding. Fucking with my brothers, yeah, we riding. UBK run the corners and war like apparel. We put on the whole armor. Fuck the numbers, the Lord with us, we stronger. Niggas in their feelings, but they better keep their distance. Cause if they run up on us, it's gonna be an ugly day. We gon' fall on you faggots just like the Kentucky 8. Y'all niggas don't really want no problems. Cause we got brothers on Shamar that's itching to get to solve them. Pray to get the order just to follow it. We don't give a fuck about your pride, better swallow it. I'ma ride for my brothers and I die for this truth. Don't believe me, then you could be the proof, nigga. Fucking with my brothers, yeah, we riding. Fucking with my brothers, yeah, we riding. I get the order, yeah, I'm riding. Fucking with my brothers, yeah, we riding. Fucking with my brothers, yeah, we riding. Fucking with my brothers, yeah, we riding. I get the order, yeah, I'm riding. Fucking with my brothers, yeah, we riding. Mechanic of the Western, surrounded by my brothers, and damn it, it's a blessing. When we pull up on you while you panicking and stressing, acting like a bitch with anxiety, mixed with manic and depression. I can hear your heartbeat, and you scared cause you know them bullets ripping through flesh like shark teeth. But you can catch the yard corral after you get your ass beat. We'll double back and finish the job. We can box it out or shoot shit. Whole team full of killers, don't push us cause we known to get ruthless. We welcome all smoke, we ain't hiding, nigga. If you fucking with my brothers, then we riding, nigga. Fucking with my brothers, yeah, we riding. Fucking with my brothers, yeah, we riding. I get the order, yeah, I'm riding. Fucking with my brothers, yeah, we riding. Fucking with my brothers, yeah, we riding. Fucking with my brothers, yeah, we riding. I get the order, yeah, I'm riding. Fucking with my brothers, yeah, we riding.
Clap it up. I'm finna say good name. Hey, Shalom Israel, this is the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, started out of 1 West 125th Street, out of Harlem, New York, under Commander Junior Hunter. This is Precinct Officer of 1000 Havana, and this is the Isupk Houston Wednesday Law Class. Alright, so what we're gonna go into today, you see the title? You know what I'm saying? What we're gonna go into today, man, it says stubbornness, rebellion, stubbornness, rebellion, stubbornness, and pride is the causes of our destruction. Like, the thing about it is, we focus a lot on teaching, you know, how can I put it? We focus a lot on teaching like the milk and the basic things, or the straight up, you know, meat of the scriptures, meaning the more, you know, complex things. But we never really teach the in-between. And I would consider, you know, of course, this is just my words, I would consider what I'm teaching on today would be the in-between. The little things that, you know, people in the world, they might not really, well, they don't know, and they wouldn't understand how certain things could be a sin and a transgression, right? Like in the world, like, okay, coming into the truth, I knew when I started hearing about, you know, of course I always knew about the 10 Commandments. And then when you come into the truth, you start hearing about, you know, certain other law, statutes, and commandments. In the Bible, in the scriptures, it's a total of over 600 law, statutes, and commandments in the Bible. Well, no one really, like, when you coming into the truth, you don't really know all 613. You just kind of know, you know, the 10 Commandments, and then you know, like, the basic ones, the ones that you taught when you first come into the school. Well, there's little things that you transgress and not even know. And rebellion, stubbornness, and pride are some of those small things that you wouldn't even know that you're transgressing. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we're gonna get into today. It's of course, the scriptures. Give me where it says we're stiff necked people. Let me see if I can give me a second. Exodus 32 and 9. Get that for me real quick. Because it's very important to understand, like, Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians, we're stiff-necked people. It's kind of hard to, you know, come and teach our people and wake our people up from the truth, because not only have they been corrupted with Christianity and just this whole society that our oppressor has um, pretty much uh, marinated us in, and have all this stuff soak into our brain, but you know, Christianity, like everything that we see, everything, from anything from OnlyFans to um, what, name anything, OnlyFans, or of course, homosexuality. We already know about this, but the smallest things that you see on social media, any little thing is a product of Christianity. Um, the pastors and all the molestation that goes on, all of this stuff is a product of the Christian church. It's the product of Christianity, shall I say? And it's so easy to get caught up in these things because this is the society that we live in nowadays. You understand? But we have to come out of that mentality. We have to come out of the mentality that can't nobody tell me nothing. I just want to do what I want to do. You know. Now, if you live by the morals of you don't believe in God, or you don't believe in the Bible or whatnot, then those people, you just, at the end of the day, you just oblivious, or it's to the point where you fear wanting to get to know the Bible, because you understand if you live your life the way you continue to live your life, and then you learn what's in the scriptures, then you understand that there's consequences for that. So you force yourself to be oblivious so that you won't face those consequences. But you can't avoid those consequences. You can't avoid them. So have you ever heard the saying, "What I don't know won't hurt me"? Y'all heard that saying before? Yeah, like that's how people that claim that they don't believe in God, and they just a spiritual person or whatever, that's the morals that they live by. Well, what I don't know won't hurt me, but that's a lie. You understand what I'm saying? That's a lie, and that's that Christian spirit that's on them to make them even feel that way. Because when you sin against the Most High, regardless if you understand or regardless if you know the Bible or not, there's gonna be consequences for your actions. Now, would those consequences be as severe as someone who blatantly just rebels against the scriptures? Maybe not. That's up to the Most High for his punishment. But we do know in Hebrews, I'm going to paraphrase, it says, "He who willfully sins after receiving the knowledge of the truth, there remaineth no more sacrifices for sin." So we do know if you do find out about the scriptures and you rebel, then you definitely, we understand that Christ didn't die for you. But for those who are oblivious or choose to be oblivious, this is why we have to teach these certain things. This is why today's lesson, that's the targeted audience that I'm trying to teach today. And of course, everybody, because we all need to know these things, even in the truth. It may be something small as, oh, I didn't know being rebellious is a sin. I didn't know being stubborn is a sin, because it's a common thing for us as a people. You understand what I'm saying? Right. And this is why it's a common thing. Read what you got.
Khan, just the book of Exodus,
hey, sit up.
chapter 32, and verse 9.
Uh-huh.
And the Lord said unto Moses, I have seen this people, and behold, it is a stiff-necked people.
You see that? Look at it. It says, and the Lord said unto Moses, I have seen this people. This is the Most High. He's talking about us. I have seen this people. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like he lacing up Moses like, all right, hey, you know what I'm saying? I hope you know what you're getting yourself into. Hey, I seen these people. You understand what I'm saying? And behold, it is a stiff-necked people. Like, they ain't finna just, like, any little thing you say, that don't mean they're gonna follow it. You're gonna have to be patient, you're gonna have to be diligent, you're gonna have to be firm, you're gonna have, you know what I'm saying? There's a certain level, and there's a certain, there are certain attributes that you're gonna have in order to deal with these certain people. But that doesn't make being stiff-necked right. Just because, you know, the person that's overseeing you and teaching you and looking out for you and, you know, trying to wake you up to this truth, just because they have to be patient and diligent and firm and intelligent and, you know, wise. I'm not going to say intelligent, but wise, and have a deep understanding of these scriptures in order to be able to teach you the right way, right? Just because they have to have those attributes doesn't mean it's right for you to, you know, be stiff-necked and rebel. But Christ, the Most High is telling Moses, look, I've seen these people. This is stiff-necked people. This is not a joke. It's not a compliment. It's not to be taken like, look at the Most High saying we're stiff-necked people. No, this is actually something to be ashamed about. You should be ashamed that the Most High feel like we're stiff-necked people. There's a scripture, I'm gonna paraphrase it. Maybe Ram, if you can find it for me. It talks about how if the other nations would have, if the Most High, if our laws were for these other nations, we would already had the kingdom. They would have followed these laws because they're loyal to their gods. Look at how the Arabs do. Look at how the Arabs do. What they be doing when they be praying to their God? They be slapping themselves all on the head. Y'all ain't see that where they be just slapping themselves and dancing, doing all that crazy stuff and cutting themselves, and you know what I'm saying? Like, they do crazy weird stuff for their God.
Right.
They strap a bomb to their chest and say Allah Akbar
Boom.
and blow for their God.
Damn.
But we can't even follow a simple instruction.
Right.
We can't follow simple, simple things, simple commands. We can't have consistency with that. That means we don't, and it's not just, it's with everything. We're just this type of people, and we have to break out of that. Everything that we've learned, everything that we've absorbed, everything that we thought we knew, we have to, let that stuff go and understand that we don't know nothing. We need to shut the hell up. We need to learn and be humble, because that's where the pride kick in. See, you got so much pride that causes the rebellion and the stubbornness. And you may not even know that you're prideful. You might not even look at it as pride, but that's really what it is. You got something?
So I just got a question. So being stiff-necked is a prideful people.
Pride being prideful is it go hand in hand. Right. If you're prideful, you're stiff-necked and rebellious because of your pride.
Right.
You're too proud to humble yourself. You see what I'm saying? You think you know everything. Go ahead.
So being stiff-necked is a result of being prideful.
Yes, absolutely. Rebellion is too. All of that, that's all tied in one. Because think about it. What does pride cause? Pride causes you to feel like you can't be told nothing. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So now, how does that correlate with stiff-neck and rebellion? You can't tell me nothing. I ain't trying to hear what you're talking about. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
I hear you, but you can't tell me nothing. Like, even as kids, we have that sense of pride, and you know what I'm saying? You ain't my daddy. You ain't my mom. You know what I'm saying? Right. That's who we are as a people. It's on us. It's who we are. Like, this is what this scripture. That's why the scripture is so heavy. This is the Most High talking. You understand what I'm saying? He talking to Moses, saying, "I've seen this people, and behold, it is a stiff-necked people." Like, we gotta come on, man. Like we ought to be ashamed. Give me Proverbs 16 and 17. Hey, Ron, if you could, you can plug that fan up for me, Bobby Kushar. Proverbs 16 to 17.
Khan, just the book of Proverbs, chapter 16 and verse 17.
Let's see what it talks about pride. Let's see what pride is going to get you. Go ahead.
The highway of the upright is to depart from evil.
The highway of the upright, meaning the road to the righteous. The highway of the upright is to do what?
Is to depart from evil.
Meaning you have to let go all your wicked ways. You say you love the Lord and you want to walk in righteousness and you want to be on the right path. Instead of trying to convince someone that they should work with you, you should say, I don't want to deal with no more evil. Let me get away from this evil. Let me abstain from this evilness. Because that's the thing. The first thing we try to do is say, well, you know, hey, I ain't going to change overnight. This ain't going to happen overnight. And I understand. And it's not an overnight, and let me get this, I want to clarify myself. Change may not happen overnight. Yes, it does take patience, and it does take, you know, it takes teaching. And so, like, for example, if someone was a weed smoker, we're not going to tell them not to come to class. Why? Because, and after the first class, that don't mean they're going to stop smoking weed. It takes time because you have to see the truth. Now, if you get to a point where you know what is being said is the truth, you get to the point where you're like, man, I know what I got to do. I know what I'm doing is wrong. I know the lifestyle that I'm living is not the right way. When you get to that point and you see that it's like the way the path, the highway that you're going down is wicked, that's when it's pride. That's when it's, you know what I'm saying? It's not, I'm not saying a person, and now if a person come to for the first class and they smoke weed, the teacher probably don't know they smoke. So the lesson might not be on weed. It might be on something else. So they may feel like it's still okay to smoke. So when they go, but they know they know, so they may feel something in their spirit like, man, I don't know, something after leaving that place, something ain't right. But they don't know smoking is unlawful. So does that mean that person is rebelling against, you know, the Most High, and because they don't know? No, it don't mean that, because if they don't know, they're oblivious to it. But now, once you find out, okay, what I'm doing is wrong, and you understand that, because I'm gonna tell you like this: in the world, that was kind of my problem. My problem was I knew what I was doing wrong. I knew what to do to make it right. I had to apply it. And it all boiled down to I really didn't want to apply it. And that's probably a lot of us, right? Can anybody else have anybody else felt that way, where I know what I need to do, I just need to do it, and I ain't done it because I really just don't want to do it?
Right.
Does that sound like anybody else in the room?
Right.
You understand?
Right.
Like, that's who we are as a people. That's what the Most High was saying to Moses. That's pride. I know what I need to do, but I don't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? It don't take me to read 1,000,000 packs of cigarettes, the carton on the cigarettes, to know what I'm doing is harming my body. It don't take 1,000,000 times for me to see the Surgeon General's warning to know that I'm harming my body. I know I'm doing it, and I know I need to stop. But guess what? I don't know. I just, you know, I mean, at the end of the day, you know, YOLO. You know what I'm saying? That's who we are as a people. That's what we bought. Like, that's what this comes down to, man. We've come down to YOLO. That's horrible, man. You understand? And that's not that. Like, that's Aleister Crowley. What'd he say? I forgot. Do as thou wilt. You understand? Give him a hand. Damn right. Get that truth. Give him a hand. Like, do as thou wilt. Aleister Crowley. That's what YOLO means. You only live once, and that's a lie.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? And that's what our oppressor do to us through Christianity, through their whole, you know, through the mark of the beast, which is the philosophies of the oppressor. Read what you got. Finish reading, Salaki.
Khan. He that keepeth his way preserveth his soul.
He that keepeth his way preserveth his soul, meaning you keep down that right path. Don't stray off. Don't allow no wickedness to come overtake you. If you going down the wrong path and somebody tell you, hey, look, don't do that, that ain't right, you go there, you stop doing that, man. You abstain from that evil, and you walk that narrow path, because it's very narrow. You walk that tightrope, man. and make sure you laser focus so you can get across. And if you keep that way, then you're going to preserve your soul. That means you keep the commandments and live. Everybody else, Lord be with them. Keep going.
Verse 18. Pride goeth before destruction.
Pride goeth before what?
Before destruction.
So before you get destroyed, what happens first? Go ahead.
Pride, sir.
Pride. Pride comes from, you are destroyed because of your pride. You are destroyed because of that. We are destroyed as a people because of that. That's why we destroyed. Are we not destroyed?
Right.
It just said pride goeth before destruction. Now I'll give you another example, right? Another analogy. I know I like my little analogies. If, Russia and America get into like a little back and forth, right? Russia say, I'm about to send two F-1, I don't know, whatever the hell, fighter jets they got to destroy one of your, if you don't move this ship out of our waters, I'm going to send two bombers, 2 planes, you know what I'm talking about, that carry them bombs, and we're gonna destroy that ship. America say, you ain't going to do nothing. We ain't moving. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And then what's going to happen? What you think going to happen to that? Go ahead, give the mic.
Russia gonna destroy the ships?
They gonna destroy it. Give them a hand. You think they bluffing? You think they bluffing? They telling you in our water. Okay? I give you another one. When an aircraft travels into unrestricted airspace, and they say, if you don't get out of this unrestricted airspace, we're gonna shoot you down. You think they bluffing? No, they not bluffing. You better get the hell on. You flying over unrestricted airspace. They gonna take you down. But guess what? Through pride, they ain't gonna do nothing, and then you get shot down. Pride goes before destruction. I'm just an analogy, but that's with everything. All right? Go ahead.
And a haughty spirit before a fall.
Haughty spirit. Let's look up the definition of haughty. Give me that definition real quick, somebody. You got it?
Come on, sir. Is a haughty, blatantly, and disdainfully, proud,
Damn.
having.
See, hold on, wait. You moving too fast now. You moving too fast. Blatantly. Remember what I said? When you blatantly just rebel?
Right.
Blatantly. And disdainfully proud. You just blatantly, you know what? You can't tell me nothing. I'm gonna sit right here. What you gonna do about it? Just blatant. Go ahead.
Having or showing an attitude of superiority.
Meaning, you can't tell me nothing. I know more than you. What you gonna tell me? See, that's why you have to humble yourself. When you come into the truth, you have to humble yourself. Because you don't know shit. And you have to understand that. If you gotta repeat that to yourself, if you just gotta repeat it to yourself, that's fine. Whatever you gotta do to get it in through your thick skull, because you so damn what the Lord said to Moses?
Stiff-necked.
You so damn stiff-necked.
Right.
You gotta just repeat it to yourself. It just so it can just soak in and absorb. Right. I don't know shit. You don't know nothing. See, your sense of your what's the word I'm looking for? Through your delusion, you feel like you know everything. Through your delusion, what's the word they use here? Superiority. Through your delusion, you feel like you're superior. You're superior to somebody trying to teach you these scriptures. You feel like can't nobody tell you nothing. That's what Christianity has done to us. Christianity has done that. Keep going.
And contempt for people
Contempt for people.
or things
Mhm.
perceived to be
Hold on, perceived. You see that word right there? Perceived. That's an excellent word right there. Because you're still through your delusion. You perceive them as what?
inferior.
Oh, because you on top of the world. Can't nobody tell you nothing. You've been living your life a certain way to the point where you just listen. Who can tell me anything? Ain't nothing happened to me yet. Ain't nobody knocked me on my behind yet. That's why. Have you ever heard the saying? You got to bump your head. I just gotta let them bump their head. You heard that, right? Like sometimes you gotta let people feel the pain of their stupidity in order and that is what's gonna wake them up. Sometimes they gotta bump their head and get a big old knot upside their head in order for them to say, you know what? Okay, maybe I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I didn't know that was gonna happen. I don't know everything. And then they have to bump their head again. And the more they bump their head or the more they stub their toe, they start to realize, really, I don't know nothing. I'm prone to destruction because of my what? Go ahead.
Pride.
Give him a hand. He never ceased to impress me. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
You prone to destruction because of your pride. Come on, man. When are we gonna wake up and understand that, we can't live how, we want. We have to live according to what the Lord says. Read me that scripture one more time. So it says, so we found out the definition of haughty, a haughty spirit. Read from the top though.
Come, verse 18. Pride goeth before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall.
A haughty spirit before a fall. Before you fall to your face, that's usually the spirit that you show. And it's important why it says haughty spirit, because it's all about your spirit. What kind of spirit you in? That's important. What spirit are you in? That's why, sometimes it's not necessarily about the act. It's about the spirit that you was in when you committed the act. What was your spirit? Well, like you may not have understood what you were doing, but did you? Or did you not? That is the question. Kind of sound like some Shakespeare, huh? You need to understand the spirit that you're in when you do certain things. And you know what? One of the most beautiful things that I've learned to develop in the Isupk being in the school is learning when I can recognize when I'm in a bad spirit or when there's a certain spirit that's not, like something is up with me. I've started to be able to identify when my spirit is off. That is one of the most important things that you can do. Learning when to know when your spirit is off, because then you can start to correct yourself on the spot. You know what I'm saying? Soon as you know something is off, I gotta tell myself I got a demon on me. You gotta tell yourself that. But see, pride will make you feel like, I don't got no demon. Why you saying that? Demon? I don't got no demon. That's pride. But see, if you can, learn how to identify when you're in a bad spirit, then you're starting to truly understand the spirit of the Lord. All right, give me Proverbs 8 and 13. We ain't gonna be here too long today. Maybe not. I don't know. In Proverbs 8 and 13.
Come. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 8 and verse 13. The fear of the Lord is to hate evil.
That is the fear of the Lord. It's like if you fear the Lord, there's a lot of things that you're gonna do, because the scripture also says the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. Beginning of knowledge or wisdom. The fear of the Lord is what?
It's to hate evil.
The fear of the Lord is to hate evil. The fear of the Lord is to hate evil. Go ahead.
Pride and arrogancy.
Huh?
And arrogancy.
Pride and arrogancy. So the fear of the Lord is to hate evil. So in order to, like, if you say you love the Lord and you fear the Lord, then you're going to hate to do evil. You're going to want to not only hate to do it, but you don't even want to be around it. You're going to abstain from it because you fear the Lord. And you should fear the Lord because we understand that the Lord is the almighty power. He's the almighty God. You should fear the Lord. This is the same God who has brought coronavirus to the earth and has plagued the earth with this. This is the same God who flooded the earth and killed everyone but 8 people. This is that God. The same God who destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah. The same God who will kill you for your pride and your arrogance. He's done it before. I mean, I hate to say it like this, but, that homeboy you grew up with in school, that all he did was just, sinned against the Most High, and he died. Who you think did that? That could be you. You could be next. So what are you going to do about it? Are you just going to say, you know what, in your pride, you're just going to say, hey, I just accept the destruction that's going to come to me. Or there is something you can do about it. You can start to humble yourself and not be prideful and listen to when somebody, not just anybody, obviously in order to teach these scriptures, you got to be an ordained priest and prophet of the Lord in the ISUPK. Not anybody, you should be learning from. The scriptures say out of 1,000 counselors, yet one. I'm paraphrasing. That's what you should have. You shouldn't be listening from a whole bunch of different doctrines and, trying to read a whole bunch of different vain books. You understand? And vain writings, trying to get knowledge. Where we at?
Verse 13, sir.
So start from the top one more time, Salaki.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 8 and verse 13. The fear of the Lord is to hate evil.
The fear of the Lord is to hate evil. Go ahead.
Pride and arrogancy and the evil way and the forward mouth do I hate.
All of that is what the Lord hates. Start from pride again. All these things is what the Lord hates. Just go down the list.
Pride, arrogancy, and the evil way.
The evil way, go ahead.
And the forward mouth.
Forward mouth. You understand? That's what the what?
Do I hate.
That's what the Lord hates. So all these things we should abstain from. All these things we should abstain from, and we should not want to be these things to the Most High, because this is what he hates. Now, do you want to be what the Most High love, or do you want to be what the Most High hate? I know we hear it all the time. We use like, don't get on my bad side. So if a person get on your bad side and they have hell to pay, what the hell do you think getting on the Lord's bad side would do? Think about that. You tell people you don't want to get on my bad side. You get on my bad side, it's gonna be problems for you. Well, how do you think what you think your bad side is worse than the Most High's bad side? That's the worst. Listen, that's the worst position you could ever be in your life.
Right.
Being on the Most High's bad side. I don't want to be on. Listen, I've been on that side before, and I'm telling you right now, it is not fun. It's horrible. It's horrible. Pride goeth before destruction. That's what we got to understand. It's horrible being on that side. I want to be on the winning team. I don't want to be on the lose. It's going to be brutal for the losing team. Give me Proverbs 29 and 23. I'm just bringing out scriptures about pride. That's all I'm doing. I'm just bringing out scriptures, and maybe these scriptures will resonate with you, because we need to understand that pride is pride is something that we all can have, and we probably at some point had. But it takes humbleness. Being humble. There's nothing wrong with being humble. There's nothing wrong. Sometimes it takes things to humble you, though. Sometimes it takes things or people. Sometimes it takes a man to humble you, sister. Sometimes it takes that. And he might have to do it with aggression. He might have to do it with words that you might not like to hear. It might sound it might sound bad to your ears. But that's the only way that he can talk to you, because that's the only thing you understand. Because you're what we said, what did the Lord say to Moses? You say it in the mic.
Stiff neck.
You're a stiff neck. That's why that brother got to talk to you like that, sister. I know it don't sound good, and I know you don't like it. It hurts your feelings. It ain't supposed to feel good. You know you whoop. You know you get on your kids. Sometimes you don't have to whoop them. You can just say, "Go sit your behind down." No, you ain't getting that piece of candy. And they just eyes just start to tear up so hard. You know they stinging. You know they got to sting before they start tearing up, and they be so sad because guess what? Their feelings are hurt. Their pride is hurt. They had been humbled. Sometimes it takes that for you to humble yourself, sister or brother. Sometimes it takes the man above you, your superior, to say some things to you that you might not like to hear. It might not sound so good. And it's gonna humble you. That's what it takes to get through to you because you're stiff-necked. Everybody can't be talked to like, come on now, don't do that anymore. No, that's not good. You can't talk to everybody like that, can you? Now some people may resonate with. That's why you have to be wise. Have seasoning with your words. Some people you can come talk to, hey brother, hey, if I could, don't do that no more. That brother gonna be like, come, and you'll never have another problem out that brother again. Some brothers you gotta say, hey y'all, what the hell, I'm for the camera, I'm gonna be, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna go too vulgar, but what the hell are you doing, Don't do that no more. And that's the very, very nice version of it, right?
Right.
And that's what it takes. It takes, come. Damn, I messed up. I shouldn't even, you know what I'm saying? That's what it takes, man. Sometimes it takes that. Go ahead.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 29 and verse 23.
Mm-hmm.
A man's pride shall bring him low.
A man's what?
A man's pride shall bring him low.
Why you prideful and you think you on top of the world, can't nobody tell you nothing. Your pride really is bringing you down low. That's what your pride is doing, making you real low to the ground. Go ahead.
But honor shall uphold the humble in spirit.
But honor shall uphold the humble in spirit. So instead of being brought low, you're gonna be upheld, meaning you're gonna stand firm. And you ain't gonna have to, you're not gonna be brought down low because honor will hold you up if you have that humble spirit. You're gonna be honorable in the Most High sight and among men and sisters. You're gonna be honorable. That's what's gonna hold you up. Pride is gonna knock you down. That haughty spirit, that's what happens before you fall to your face. You understand? I think I drove home pride. Everybody understand about pride, what pride is gonna get you, right? Is pride gonna get you anywhere? Nothing but destruction. That's the only thing pride is gonna do for you. Now, you want to be destroyed for the rest of your life, then keep being prideful. Don't sweat. Keep on doing it. Whatever you're doing, keep doing it then. But as for me and my house, we're gonna serve the Lord. You understand? Give me Proverbs 17 and 11. Another thing that's a cause for our destruction, rebelliousness. All of these go hand in hand, by the way. All of these go hand in hand. Rebelliousness is a cause for your destruction. And it is a sin. It is a transgression to be rebellious against the Most High and be rebellious against that priest and prophet that's trying to bring you closer to the Most High. You do understand, what is a prophet? Somebody tell me, what is a prophet? Go ahead.
It's like a prophet is a messenger.
A messenger for who?
From the Most High.
Give him a hand. A prophet is a messenger for the Most High. So what that prophet is saying, it's coming from the Most High. So when you rebel against that prophet, what are you doing? Just say it. Somebody, you ain't got to raise your hand. Just say it. You put the mic in front of him real quick.
Rebelling against the Most High.
You rebelling against the Most High when you rebel against that prophet. Ooh-wee. You probably didn't know that. You probably didn't know you and your rebellious ways and your prideful ways, you didn't know that was a sin. It's something small. You think it's just small. That man tell you to do something, you just like, man, you can't tell me what to do. He ain't my daddy. I'm a dress how I want to. If I want to smoke, I'm a smoke. I'm going to do what I want. That's a sin. The rebellion is the sin, and we're going to get to it. Trust me, we're going to get to it. Y'all already know I got the scriptures. Rebellion is a sin. Go ahead.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 17 and verse 11.
Mm-hmm.
An evil man seeketh only rebellion.
Hold on, a what?
An evil man seeketh only rebellion.
An evil man seeketh only rebellion. That's all they could do. Just rebel, rebel, rebel. You can't tell me nothing. I'm going to do what I want to do. That's an evil person. That's an evil brother or sister. I'm just going to do what I do. YOLO. Do as thou wilt. Instead of doing what the Most High wants you to do. You take just because, don't hurt the messenger. The messenger telling you how the Lord feels. Don't get mad at the messenger. And don't make it personal to the messenger. Now you want me to do it. No, it's the Lord. It's in the Bible. And at Isupk, we always bring the scriptures to back up what, our claim. That way you can't refute it. So what you gonna do? You can tell me that, yeah, this is my will to tell you, oh, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. But then when I bring the scripture, then what you gonna say? You can't refute that, huh? Go ahead, there's some more.
Mm-hmm. Therefore, a cruel messenger shall be sent against him.
Ooh-wee. A what kind of messenger?
A cruel messenger.
A cruel messenger. Now we know what that is. What that is? Go ahead.
So, like I said, that could be a angel of death.
Hey, ooh-wee. Give him a hand. That absolutely could be what it is. That could definitely be what it is. An angel of death or any evil that can happen to you. The Lord is like, he created good and evil. What is that evil? I want to see if somebody be paying attention. What is that evil, Kazak?
Evil is being rebellious.
No. What is that evil that the Lord created? So you got the Lord created good and evil. I know you know, Ron. I'm going to let you give it a shot, Sapar, Salaki.
Salaki, sir, if I may, death.
Yes, but I want you to give me a more broader answer. It is death.
Hell, a bad situation.
Yeah, but okay. Sum it all up. What is death? What is a bad situation? What are all these things? Go ahead. I'm trying to see if you can know it again. Answer it, Kazak.
Consequences.
What is another word for consequences? Go and say it in the mic. Go and say it in the mic. You gotta make sure it's on.
Punishment.
Punishment. Give her a hand. That is absolutely correct, right? That is the evil that it's talking about. He created the good, and when you rebel against the good, then you're going to get that evil that he created, which is those consequences, which is that punishment, which is that death or bad things that's going to happen to you. Or, stay with me, what's in the scripture? Or, a what?
A cruel messenger.
Give him a hand. That's absolutely it right there. A cruel messenger will come visit you. That's what's going to happen. That's if you don't, if you want to seek rebellion, you want to be rebellious, that cruel messenger is going to come pay a visit to you. And it's not going to be nice. Now, you've been warned. I mean, I ain't going to be the dead horse. But now you've received the knowledge of the truth. What you going to do with it? All right? Give me 1 Samuel chapter 15, verse 18. Let's give an example about rebellion and what happened to, and what happened to the person that rebelled. Let's get it in the scripture.
This is the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 15 and verse 18. Mm-hmm. And the Lord sent thee on a journey and said, Go and utterly destroy the sinners of the Amalekites.
So the Lord sent Saul on a journey, right? It says, go and utterly destroy the sinners, the Amalekites, and fight against them. Oh, Salaki, keep going.
And fight against them until they be consumed.
So now this is I'm just giving you the little background story before we get to the nitty gritty, right? This is what Saul was ordered and commanded to go out and do, to go kill the Amalekites and fight against them until they be consumed. Go ahead.
Come, verse 19. Wherefore then, wherefore then didst thou not obey the voice of the Lord, but didst fly upon the spoil, and didst evil in the sight.
Didst what?
And didst evil in the sight of the Lord.
So wherefore then didst thou not obey the voice of the Lord? So Saul didn't do what he was commanded to do. He was commanded to go out there and kill the Amalekites and fight against them till they're consumed. What does fire do to, what does fire do to wood? Consumes it. What does fire do to coal or anything that it comes up against? It consumes it, meaning it turns it into nothing, to rubble, to stubble. That's what fire does. So to be consumed means to be destroyed, to be turned into nothing. That's what it's saying. And the Lord say, fight against them until they're consumed, meaning until they're no more, till they're consumed. Now, he didn't do that. This is what verse 19 says. Wherefore then didst thou not obey the voice of the Lord, but didst fly upon the spoil, meaning you did do something. You did in your own pride, you flied upon the spoil. What is the spoil? The spoils of war. I go conquer this city, then guess what? The women and the oxen and the gold and silver and all the jewels, it belongs to me now because I have conquered this city. Well, this is what Saul did. He fly upon the spoil and did his evil in the sight of the Lord. Keep going.
Come, verse 20. And Saul said unto Samuel.
And look how prideful Saul is. See, that's why I say all of it go together. You got pride, rebellion, and stubbornness. All of it is one, right? Look how prideful Saul is when his response. Go ahead.
Come. Yea, I have obeyed the voice of the Lord.
Wait, hold on. He's telling Samuel telling him, you didn't listen to the Lord. You went out and did your own thing and didn't do what the Lord told you to do. But Saul is like, yea, I have obeyed the voice of the Lord. He just straight up and told him, I did. That's his pride. His pride made him lie and say, I did obey the Lord. I did. What you mean? What are you talking about? Go ahead.
Come, and have gone the way which the Lord sent me, and have brought Agag, the king of Amalek.
Hold on, wait. So, go ahead, keep going.
And have utterly destroyed the Amalekites.
So now, in his own pride, he didn't even hear himself. If we go back up to verse 18 real quick. Read that.
Come, verse 18. And the Lord sent thee on a journey and said, Go and utterly destroy the sinners, the Amalekites, and fight against them until they be consumed.
No, it says, go and get the king of Agag and bring him here.
And fight against them until they be consumed.
See what I'm saying? So in his own pride, he didn't even hear himself. He said, yeah, I did do what the Lord told me to do. I destroyed the Amalekites. So like it says, I have brought Agag, the king of Amalek, and have utterly destroyed the Amalekites. But nowhere was he commanded to bring the king back. Nowhere. He was commanded to fight against them until they be consumed. Everything be consumed. But in his pride, he's like, oh, but I brought the king back, and I destroyed the Amalekites. I did what the Lord told me to do. Go ahead.
It's like it, sir. If I may, from Saul not doing this, and I mean, just look at the position Amalek is this very day.
Okay. But I mean, in the Amalekites here, of course, there's different. This is just one. I don't want to say the word breed. I don't know if this is the proper way, but there's many different nations of Edom.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Huh.
Just like you got the European, you got the Americans, you got the Russians, you got the ones over there in the UK, Britain, British, Germany,
right.
All of that, right? So there's different, there's different
Tribes.
not tribes, but they're Edom is more than just one people, right? Amalek is just one of them, one of many, right? So that's what it's saying. So I'm not, the oppressor will still be, in the position that they're in right now. So I'm just saying I don't want you to think just because he didn't destroy these Amalek or that king that we wouldn't be in the situation we're in right now. We in the situation we're in right now because we are being stubborn and prideful and rebellious and stiff-necked. You understand? So go ahead, keep reading.
Khan, verse 21. But the people took of the spoil, sheep, oxen, the chief of the things which should have been utterly destroyed, to sacrifice unto the Lord thy God in Gilgal.
Good night. I don't know if y'all just read, seen what the brother was reading. Like, I don't know if y'all caught it, but what was he doing in this verse? I'm just going to ask. What was Saul doing in this verse? What did he do? Go ahead, give it a shot.
So like it, sir, he was being disobedient.
Well, he was being disobedient for the whole thing, but he did something specifically in this verse.
He didn't utterly destroy everything.
Read it again.
Come. But the people took of the spoil.
You know how that, but, because he say, hey, I brought the king back and I destroyed the Amalek. But, the who?
The people.
So what is he doing right now? You got to talk in the mic. Raise your hand if I could, and then talk in the mic. Let me give it to Kazak first. He raised his hand first. Go ahead. What is he doing right now?
Having pride.
Yeah, but he's specifically doing something. Go ahead, y'all.
Making excuses.
Yeah, but he's specifically doing something. Something a leader should never do. I'm trying to give y'all hints. I don't want to give y'all the answer. Matter of fact, let me check online too. If y'all online and y'all know the answer, go ahead and type it in, because y'all know I like to interact with my class. So what is Saul doing in this specific verse? I'm going to give y'all a little time to answer it, and I'm going to let y'all think on it in the room a little bit more. So as a king, as the leader, he's saying, yeah, I did this, but the people did that. So what is he doing in that instance? Something a leader should never do. So I'm going to give y'all, let's see, because I know it's kind of delayed online, so I'm going to give y'all about 60 seconds, and we're going to figure it out. But in the meantime, read that again.
Come, verse 21. But the people took of the spoil, sheep and oxen, the chief of the things which should have been utterly destroyed, to sacrifice to the Lord thy God in Gilgal.
Keep going.
Verse 22. And Samuel said, have the Lord as great delight in burnt offerings and sacrifices.
All right. So now, let me check online to see if I got the answer yet. Okay, nobody answered it yet. So I'm gonna turn it back over to the room. So who want to give it a shot first? Go ahead.
So like it, sir, he was making excuses.
Nah, that's already been said. He was definitely making excuses, but I know Ron been holding it in. I know he wanted. Go ahead, Ron. Go and give him the mic. Let that priest, that powerful priest, go ahead and answer it.
He put the blame on somebody else.
Give him a hand. We already know he was going to answer it right. I'm not surprised at all, as he should.
Right.
He's placing the blame on his people, on the men. How you a leader. Everybody know, okay, if Jordan is in game 7, well, actually, he never went to game 7, so we can't use that. If Jordan is in a game 6, and it's a closeout game, and he got 50 points, and he deferred on this last play to Steve Kerr, and Steve Kerr missed the shot. Steve Kerr missed the shot. He the one took the last shot, right? He missed the shot. Whose fault is it that they lost the game? Everybody just say it. Just say it. Michael Jordan's fault. It's his fault. Why? Because he's the leader of the team. He's the superstar. He's that guy. It's his fault. If he takes the shot and he hits the shot, Whose fault is whose fault is it that they won? It's his. If he passes to Steve Kerr and Steve Kerr hits the shot, who's the reason why they won? His. Same thing with LeBron. Same thing with any, leader or superstar of that team, right? Don't matter what the outcome is, it's that person's fault. So it's Saul's fault. But the first thing he was doing was pointing the finger. He was doing the 6ix9ine. But the people did it. The people, they took the spoils and they did that. I didn't do that. I just brought the king back. You still disobeyed against the Most High. Keep reading.
Kanawa Khan, verse 22. And Samuel said, have the Lord as great delight in burnt offerings and sacrifices.
So the Lord said, listen, and Samuel said, read it one more time.
Kanawa Khan, and Samuel said, have the Lord as great in delight burnt offerings and sacrifices, as in obeying the voice of the Lord.
So he's asking him, he's like, okay, have the Lord as great delight in burnt offerings and sacrifices, as in obeying the voice of the Lord? So you mean to tell me bringing back the king and bringing back the spoils of war, is that more important than obeying the Lord? Is that what you're trying to tell me? That's what he's asking Saul. Does the Lord take delight in these things that you brought back, or does he take delight in you obeying his word? So you go on a mission. You tell your kids, hey, I need you to go to the grocery store. I need you to go bring me back some milk, some juice, some eggs. Kids go to the store. They bring back some milk, some cookies, some chips. They just spent your money on that. They come back, well, look, I got you some chips and you know that favorite ice cream that you like? I got that too. I know you ain't tell me to get it, but I know how much you like it, and I seen you ain't had no more. So I got that for you. How you gonna feel? You gonna be happy that they brought you the ice cream that you love? Or you gonna be mad as hell that they spent your last little money on this rather than what you told them to go spend it on? You gonna be mad as hell. I know I would. I know I smell a butt whooping coming. That's what I smell. You know what I'm saying? Pride go before destruction. And that belt is gonna cause destruction on your behind for wasting my money. That's what's gonna happen. Keep reading.
Kadamakan, behold, to obey is better than sacrifice.
To what?
To obey is better than sacrifice.
To just listen, just do what you're told. That's better than anything else that you could possibly do in that moment. There's nothing else that I would accept but just you to be obedient. Just do what you're told. Go ahead.
Kadamakan, and to hearken then the fat of rams.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 23. For rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft.
You see that? For rebellion is as what?
The sin of witchcraft.
Rebellion is what?
As the sin
as the
of
what?
As the sin.
As the what?
As the sin.
Rebellion is as the sin. It's a sin. Remember I said earlier the little things that you didn't know, just being a little rebellious, a little stubborn, it ain't nothing. It's not major. I mean, it's a sin. Rebellion is as the sin of what?
Witchcraft.
Witchcraft.
And stubbornness.
Hold on, wait a minute. Stubbornness is
as iniquity.
What is iniquity?
Sin.
Yeah. You see? Stubbornness. Just being a little stubborn. Just being a little stiff-necked. So you see how that works with your sisters? Just being a little stubborn to your man. It ain't nothing major. I'm just a little stubborn. Some of y'all are prideful in telling your man, yeah, I'm stubborn. I'm stubborn. You gotta deal with it. I'm a little stubborn. That's a sin. Keep going.
Kadamakan, as iniquity and idolatry.
As idolatry. Go ahead.
Because thou hast rejected.
Now here comes the punishment for it. Because if it wasn't a sin, there would be no punishment, right? Right? Like when have you seen a sin go? I mean, when have you seen a punishment for something that was not a sin? Can y'all point in the scripture and tell me where somebody received punishment for something that they didn't do that transgressed against the Most High? That's usually what happens. You get punishment for transgressing against the Most High, right? Do the Most High punish you for nothing? It usually followed from, it comes, the destruction, that evil that the Lord created comes from the sin, right?
Right.
So this is the sin for that stubbornness and that rebellion that King Saul did. Go ahead.
Kadabakun, because thou hast rejected the word of the Lord.
Because you didn't hearken into the voice of the Lord, because you wanted to do your own thing, because you wanted to be rebellious and stubborn. Go ahead.
He have also rejected thee from being king.
Well, guess what? The Lord is going to be rebellious against you, and he's going to punish you. He's going to strip away everything. You know, being a king, you at the top of the mountain. Remember what the scripture said, pride bring you what? What does pride get you? Pride is for the what? It bring you down what? Go ahead, just say it.
Bring you down low.
Down low. Give him a hand. You see, as a king, you up here, up high, right? But his pride and his arrogance and his rebellion and his stubbornness brought him down low. So now his punishment is he got stripped from his royalty as a king. That was his punishment. So now that was his punishment. So now you being prideful and rebellious, and you know, hey, just know there's gonna be punishment for you too. There's gonna be punishment. All right. So give me keep reading.
Kadabakun, verse 24. And Saul said unto Samuel, I have sinned, for I have transgressed the commandment of the Lord.
So now he understand. Now he understand. He did what? He said, I what?
I have transgressed the commandment.
Go back up.
Kadabakun, for I have sinned.
For I have sinned. See, some of y'all don't think, you know, a little stubbornness is a sin. Y'all don't think that's a sin. Y'all don't know. But, and that's how Saul was. Oh, I ain't sinned. I listened. I did what I was supposed to do. He couldn't even understand that he sinned. But now he's starting to admit it. For I have sinned. Go ahead.
For I have transgressed the commandment of the Lord.
You see that? For I have transgressed the commandment of the Lord. Go ahead.
Kadabakun, and thy words.
And thy words.
Because I have feared the people and obeyed their voice.
Good night. Sometimes we sin because we want to listen to, you know, such and such that's in your ear, telling you, hey, you should do that. Girl, don't fall for that. Don't let him, you know what, that ain't how we was raised. So you want to listen to her. Miss, she can't keep a man. That's who you want to listen to. Can't keep a man. That's her name. You want to listen to her. And brother, you want to listen to that homeboy that want to go, you know, that's in your ear talking about going to hit a lick. That's who you want to listen to. That's why you destroyed. That's why we're destroyed as a people. And that's why the Lord is going to destroy you for not hearkening to his voice. All right? Give me Psalms 81. So now let's get into some stubbornness. Let's talk about stubbornness. Psalms 81, we start at 11.
Kadabakun, this is the book of Psalms, chapter 81 and verse 11. But my people would not hearken to my voice, and Israel would none of me.
But my people wouldn't hearken to my voice, just being stubborn. And Israel would none of me. Go ahead.
Kadabakun, verse 12. So I gave them up unto their own hearts, lust, and they walked in their own counsel.
You see that? So I gave them up into their own heart and lust. You see, even the Most High, like, okay, you want to be stubborn, you know what? No sweat, Lord be with you. Sometimes that's what you got to tell people too. Sometimes you got to just let people just do what they want to do. Hey, you want to do that? All right, I tried to teach you. No sweat. Lord be with you, brother. Lord, you got to hit them with a little, you know what I'm saying? Let them go on about their way. Or, Lord be with you, sister. You know what I'm saying? Let them go on about their way. Because when you're trying to teach somebody who's stiff-necked and they just don't want to, you know, well, I don't, you know, I understand what you're saying, but I just want to do it this way. All right? No sweat. Lord be with you. Sometimes you got to do that. Even the Most High did it. He had to. Because, well, he had to, but he did it because you want to follow your own lust. You want to, because the Lord know. what that's gonna lead to you. That's gonna lead to your destruction. But if you don't care, then hey, you know what? All right, no sweat. And go ahead and follow those lusts. Go ahead and go down that path if you want to. Keep going.
Come, verse 13. Oh, that my people had hearkened unto me,
Uh-huh.
and Israel had walked in my ways.
Uh-huh.
Verse
So
14.
if they had, oh, that my people had hearkened unto me, and Israel had walked in my ways, what would he have done?
Come, I should soon have subdued their enemies.
See how that works? When we don't be stubborn, then we can actually get what's the blessings that's supposed to come to us. The Lord will subdue our enemies. See, we in a position we in right now because we want to be in it. Let's just call it what it is. We want to have a damn foot on our neck. We want to be stuck in this situation that we in. Why? Because you know what? Because we don't want to hearken unto the voice of the Lord. We don't want to listen. We want to be stubborn. That's why. That's why we are the reason. Let's stop trying to blame everybody. Like, no, we the reason why we're in the position we in, because we want to be stubborn. They said, I should soon have subdued their enemies, and did what?
Come, and turn my hand against their adversaries.
See, and he would have turned his hand against our adversaries. He could straight up destroy us, our enemies, tonight, overnight, right now, if we just listen to him. If we actually obeyed him, and everybody said, all black, Hispanic, and Native Indians came together and said, you know, we're going to follow these laws. We're not going to sin. We're going to cry out to our God, because we tired of getting shot down in the street. We tired of getting strung out on drugs. We tired of being sold into another people. We tired of our daughters, ended up in sex trafficking. We tired of it. We've had absolute, you know what I'm saying? We have had enough. The Lord will destroy our enemies, man. But guess what? Through our pride and rebellion and stubbornness, we ain't doing it. We ain't doing it, man. Give me Deuteronomy chapter 21. Verse 18. Now this is in the law. This is in the law right here. Now, let's see the punishment for the sin of stubbornness. Let's see what the Lord say. Let's see what the law say. Go ahead.
Come, there's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 21 and verse 18.
Mm-hmm.
If a man have a stubborn and rebellious son,
If a man have a stubborn and rebellious son, go ahead.
which will not obey the voice of his father
Mm-hmm.
or the voice of his mother,
Mm-hmm.
and that when they have chastened him, will not hearken unto them.
So even after getting punished, even after the discipline, even after the butt whoopings, even after standing in the corner, even after all these things, and they would not listen, go ahead.
Come, verse 19. Then shall his father and his mother lay hold on him,
Then shall his father and his mother lay hold on him, like, come here, boy, come here. Bring your behind here. And do what?
and bring him out unto the elders of the city,
Uh-huh.
and unto the gates of his place.
Keep going.
Verse 20. And they shall say unto the elders of his city, this is our son, is stubborn and rebellious, and he will not obey our voice.
Mm-hmm.
He is a glutton and a drunkard. Verse 21. And all the men of the city shall stone him with
They
stones.
should do what?
Shall stone him with stones.
So just for being stubborn, just for not obeying and being rebellious, he got stoned. That's what should happen. That's the law. She gets stoned with stones. Go ahead.
Kanawakan, that he die. So shall thou put evil away from among you.
So being rebellious and stubborn is considered what?
Evil.
It's evil. So they're going to put that evil away from you. You going to fire out the pit out? Don't sign Christ. Go ahead.
Kanawakan, and all Israel shall hear and fear.
Uh-huh.
Verse 22. And if a man have committed...
That's it. And all Israel shall hear and fear. So this is what we need to be going back to. You know, the scripture says what was written aforetime was written for our learning. So we should revert back to the law and understand that this young son that was rebellious and stubborn, is to get stoned to death. So we should look at this, and it says, "And all Israel shall hear and fear," meaning, you know what? I'm not gonna be rebellious. I ain't gonna be stubborn, because I don't want this to happen to me. I don't want to die. I don't want to die for my rebelliousness. I don't want to die for my stubbornness. When you got somebody teaching you and telling you, hey, this is how you should be, don't be like this. Instead of rebelling against them, revert back to this scripture. You know what? I know that son that wanted to rebel. You know, I don't know, man. Hey, it's all good. She gonna end up coming back in. She gonna end up coming. If she go out, she gonna come back in. She's not gonna stay out there. But them kittens, you right? You know what? If I could, I don't know if that's a good idea. You gonna leave it open? Okay, because I was gonna say she'll come back in, but yeah, them kittens, yeah. You have to revert back to the scripture. Like, look, I don't wanna sin, because at the end of the day, I don't want to die. I don't want nothing to happen to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need to fear the Lord. To fear the Lord is to abstain from evil. You understand what I'm saying? So, give me Proverbs 7. We're going to read Proverbs 7, the whole chapter, and we're going to be done with it. And this is going to be it. And after this is over, I pray that you understand that your little stubbornness and your little rebellious ways you understand that that's a sin against the Most High. And every sin is punishable. Now, it's up to the Lord what that punishment may be. All right? Get what you got. Proverbs 7.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 7 and verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
My son, keep my words and lay up my commandments with thee.
Hold on, Salakia. Brian Buff, he said being a drunk too. Of course, being a drunk is a sin. Being a drunkard. What is being a drunkard? Does that mean you can't sit in the comfort of your own home and, drink until you fall asleep on the couch, until you get dizzy? Is that being a drunkard? No. Being a drunkard is like when you out in you head to school. You in a place where you need to be vigilant. You in a sacred place, and you walking around here stumbling and bumbling. You don't know what the hell going on, and you constantly. This is constantly happening. It's constantly happening. If you at home and you drink a little too much, you're like, oh damn, okay, I didn't. Woof. I'm okay. I done had one too many. I know I can't do that no more. That's different. But you out here, and you coming out in public, and you just constantly drinking. Every time somebody see you, they see you stumbling around. They see you drinking another drink. That is a drunkard. That's a sin. You can drink. It's not a sin to drink. I don't drink, but it's nothing wrong with it. It's not a sin. You understand? It is a sin to smoke, however. So, go ahead.
Verse 2. Keep my commandments.
So Salakia, what we at? Proverbs 7, you on verse 2?
Start
from the top.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 7 and verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
My son, keep my words and lay up my commandments with thee.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 2. Keep my commandments and live, and my law as the apple of thine eye.
Uh-huh.
Verse 3. Bind them upon thy fingers.
Mm-hmm.
Write them upon the table of thy heart.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 4. Say unto wisdom, thou art my sister, and call understanding thy kinswoman.
Right. So you should hold dear to wisdom and understanding. Go ahead.
That they may keep thee from the strange woman, from the stranger which flattereth with her words.
Uh-huh. So now, this, the scriptures are manifold, right? But I'm going to use like this in the sense that, it's talking about wisdom and understanding, but it's referencing a woman, right? In this particular verse, it says that they may keep thee from the strange woman, from the stranger which flattereth with her words. So this is the type of woman that, since it's referring to this woman as, being, it's not referring to her in a good way. This is the type of woman that you should refrain from being, sisters. And this is the type of woman that brothers should be mindful of dealing with. and like to may keep away from. You understand? Especially if you don't have the type of resolve to be able to deal with a woman like this. Go ahead.
Verse 6. For at the window of my house I looked through my casement, and beheld among the simple ones. I discerned among the youths a young man void of understanding.
You see that? I discern among the youths a young man void of understanding. So again, it's still talking about wisdom and understanding, and it's specifically in this verse is talking about, you know, how we can see this today. Today, we look out and see this today. What's going on in the world, what's going on in the earth. You don't see no understanding in these youth. They ain't got no understanding. They will rob you blind. They don't give a damn. They out here doing the damn crate challenge, breaking their necks, breaking their backs, but they still doing it. They're not wise. I'm tell you that. What is the success rate that y'all seen people who've actually completed this challenge? Go ahead. You see, out of 50 so far that brother has seen, he's seen only 2. I seen maybe about 3 or 4. You know what I'm saying? And that's being generous. I've seen about 3 or 4, but that's about it. But like you said, it's like probably hundreds of videos now. So the success rate is like 4%. 4%, there's a 4% chance that you won't break your neck. But there's a 96% chance that you will. So why are you still doing it? What the hell? I done seen people breaking their arm. I done seen people with, ribs broken, damn near breaking their neck. What are you doing? Come on now. You have no understanding, no wisdom. Go ahead.
Verse 8. Passing
you
through
walk
the
around here with these tight pants, you can't breathe. You void of wisdom, man. You walking around here, that ain't wise. If a dog start chasing you, how the hell you gonna get away from him? Go ahead.
Verse 8. Passing through the streets near her corner, and he went the way to her house.
Hey, so like it, can one of y'all come check and see what's going on over here? Make sure ain't nothing, they ain't stuck or nothing. Or one of them crying out. I don't know what's going on. Sound like they might be stuck between the rock and the hard place. Go ahead.
Verse 9.
I just hear it coming from over here somewhere. Oh, is that it? It's a locky. I don't know. Go ahead.
In the twilight, in the evening, in the black and dark night. Verse 10. And behold, there met him a woman with the attire of an harlot.
Hold on, wait. Read the verse above it real quick.
Verse 9. In the twilight, in the evening, in the black and dark night.
Uh-huh.
Verse 10. And behold, there met him a woman with the attire of an harlot.
With the attire of an harlot. What is the attire of an harlot? Somebody just give me some examples. Go ahead, the warrior. Give him the microphone real quick, Bob. Good job. Go
Like if I may, sir, you know the big hole fishnets with the cheeks out.
Come on, go ahead, keep going. Somebody else.
So like Daisy Dukes.
Oh man, this is funny, man. So like they look Ron, I need get Ron. Go get Ron the mic. Daisy Dukes, but that's if y'all don't know, in case you were born recently, you understand? That's the little shorts with the damn butt cheeks showing. You understand that they didn't cut the shorts so short to where your butt cheeks hanging out the shorts. Go ahead.
Like see-through garments.
See-through garments, see-through dresses, short and no bras. You understand? You just out here. You can see your whole chest area through your shirts, through your drawers, through your whatever you got on. Go ahead, DeWall.
You know, they be having like the little stickers on the nipples.
So like you, man. Man, y'all. Hey, listen, man. Y'all trying to get me in trouble, man. Like they got the little. They walk outside with nothing on up top, but they had the little stickers covering up the nipples. You understand what I'm saying? You can see everything but the nipple. That is absolutely unless it get too hard and then it pop the stick off. Then what you gonna do? You understand what I'm saying? You just out here naked. I can anything. A woman just showing her cleavage out. A woman wearing dresses that come way above the knees and just showing off all her thigh. Showing off the parts that are supposed to be reserved for her man. Or if she don't have a man, for the man that she will have, her future man. Because see, women think just because they may be single or they don't got a man or, they haven't made anything official with a man, that they can just wear what they want to wear. No, sis, you should be reserving all those things for that man to come. It's not valuable if every man then saw it or had a piece. It's not valuable anymore. You're not worth anything. You are worthless. By the time you get to the man that you want, your value has shot all the way down. You like a car driven out the lot. So, brand new car, as soon as you drive it off the lot, the value shoots all the way down. There's nowhere near, it devalues super fast, right? Everybody understand? Go ahead.
Verse 11. She is loud and stubborn.
She's what?
She is loud and stubborn.
She's loud and stubborn. Go ahead.
Her feet abide not in her house.
Meaning she can't keep still. She can't stay in the house. She got to go. She got to be on the go. Constantly on the go. She got to be, the next verse should explain it. Go ahead.
Verse 12. Now is she without.
Now is she without. Go ahead.
Now in the streets.
Now in the what?
Now in the streets.
So she is for the what?
The streets.
She's for the streets. That's why I love the scriptures. I love this Bible, man. She's for the streets. She's stubborn. She's for the streets, man. You got to be careful for these type of women. And these are the type of women, this is what Christianity has birthed. And we have to be mindful of this. And as the Lord's shepherds, as the flock, the scriptures say, the flock of my pasture of men, it's our responsibility to make sure our sisters are not doing this type of stuff. But this particular sister, it says she's stubborn. So while you trying to teach this woman, like, let her know, look, you shouldn't be doing that, sister. You shouldn't be doing this. You shouldn't, that's not cool. You shouldn't be always trying to be on the go. You shouldn't be wanting to be in the streets. You shouldn't be want to be for the streets. Reserve yourself. You understand what I'm saying? I know y'all know. I know you sisters that's watching, y'all can attest to this. The sisters that's in the school, in the world, you probably was in the streets all the time, wanting to go here, wanting to go to this club, wanting to go to that club, wanting to, get all on these drugs and want to do this, that, this, third. You for the streets. You were for the streets. But now you come into the truth. You start to cover your body up. You start to reserve yourself. Why? Because you want to add value to yourself. Why? Because you want to get a man of value. See, that's the thing. In order to get a man of value, you have to increase your value. And your value right now is low. What do a brother got to do? If his car has depreciated, what he got to do to that car to raise the value? Name some things he got to do to that car to raise the value. Go ahead, Kazak.
Fix it.
He got to fix it up. He got to put some new mods on it. He got to put a brand new engine, a different type of engine. This engine you can't get from the dealership. You got to put a new transmission, a transmission that don't come stock. Because when it come out the lot, it's depreciated. What's a word that we use down here in Houston? What do you got to do to a car? To raise value of the car? What's a word that we do in Houston? Go ahead.
Slab it out.
You got to slab it out. You got to slab it out. That's gonna take that. You're gonna get that I want to say that 1992 Caprice, fresh off the lot, right? Factory. Yeah, it's all good. So when you drive it off the lot, it done lost value. But guess what? When you throw some 84s on it, you drop it down a little bit, you throw that candy paint on it, you put the inside, you take the inside, clean that on out, put some new peanut butter insides, wood grain wheel, wood grain stick shift, you understand what I'm saying? Or whatever, it might be up here, I might, you know what I'm saying, because I think I'm more modern here. In the 90s, it might, I think it's closer to the, maybe, I don't know, in the Caprice, though, they might have had it down here, you know what I'm saying? But, it might be, that was the 80s, huh? I thought they had them. Okay, well, hey, y'all know, I ain't had no Caprice. Y'all know You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you throw the wood grain on all that, boom, you throw a sunroof in there, you know what I'm saying? You tin it out, or you could glass house it. Guess what? Now that value, that car that went from maybe a $10,000 car to like a $30,000 car, easily, because you've added all these things. This stuff ain't cheap. And I may be, you know, exaggerating the price a little bit, but you definitely have raised the value on that car. So guess what, sisters? Just like that car, you have to fix yourself up. You have to put on some different clothes. Just like that new candy paint on that car. You gotta take out the insides of that car. Well, guess what? You have to, you know, change who you are on the inside too, as a sister. Change who you are on the inside. Put some new insides. Like get a new train of thought, a new way. Put on that modest apparel. Put on the spirit of the Lord, that humble spirit. You understand what I'm saying? Like wear some different type of heels. Some that ain't so seductive. You know, put that dress on, have that dress coming down past your knees, where you ain't showing off all your thighs and all your cellulite and your stretch marks. You understand? You think that is attractive. That's not attractive. Now to the man, to your man, that might be everything he want. He love all that. But to everybody else, everybody don't need to see all that. You got the damn dress so short they can see your crotch if you sneeze. That's horrible, man. So you gotta fix yourself up so you can raise your value. So guess what? Now you can get, you know, that new car that then got fixed up. Now the driver that's driving it, that's a valuable driver. That driver that then got that car fixed up, that driver is valuable. You know what I'm saying? Because he's gonna care for that car. So that's what you want to get a man. You gotta care for that, like care for yourself, so you can get a man that values you. Go ahead.
Khan, and lieth in wait at every corner. Verse 13.
Mm-hmm.
So
she for the streets. She's sitting down like a she waiting like a spider. She got her web set. She's like a spider, just waiting to trap you, waiting for you to get trapped in that web, so she can, you know, devour you. Go ahead.
Khan, verse 13. So she caught him and kissed him, and with an impudent face said unto him, I have peace offerings with me. This day I have paid my vows. 15. Therefore came I forth to meet thee, diligently to seek thy face.
Right.
And I have found thee.
Drop down to let's start at 23. This is what this is gonna bring that brother. This is if he fall for that. This type of woman you're supposed to stay away from. And sisters, you definitely need to avoid being this type of woman. Go to verse 23.
Come, verse 23. Till a dart strike through his liver, as a bird hasten to the snare, and knoweth not that is for his life.
That it is for his life. He don't even know that dart that strike, that her, like doing the things she doing, that rebellious ways, that sin, that lack of wisdom and lack of understanding that brother is going through to fall for this trap. He don't even know that his life is in the balance. He don't even know. Just like a bird that's caught in a trap, a snare, that's what a trap is. A bird caught in a trap don't know that they about to die. They don't know it. You get caught in that web, you about to die. That damn black widow is finna come down and put a damn poison all up in you, and you about to die. Go ahead.
And I will come, verse 24. Hearken unto me now, therefore, O ye children, and attend to the words of my mouth.
You need to listen to the Lord, man. You need to listen to that prophet when he's talking to you, when he tell you what's right and wrong, when he tell you not to do something. That's what you need to do. You need to listen to that prophet, because you caught in that trap. You caught in that trap, and guess what? You're gonna die. It is for that trap is specifically for you to die, and you're gonna get caught in that, because through your stubbornness and your pride and your rebellion, you know what? You're gonna be in that trap. You be like, shoot, I'm gonna get up out of this trap. Shoot, they can't trap me. You can't tell me nothing. That's your pride and your arrogance. Go ahead.
Khan. Verse 25. Let not thy heart decline to her ways.
And like Brian Buff said, dressing like that cause a man to sin. What you mean by that? Huh? Like, you mean like a married woman dressing like that? That definitely could be a stumbling block for a brother. If you a sister that got a man, you damn sure, like, you should, like, no sister should do it. I mean, but if you a sister that got a man, you damn sure shouldn't be dressing like that. Because guess what? You're gonna incline men's eyes to look upon you. And if you're a married woman, then that's causing that brother to sin. That's crazy. That's like, even Christ said it, like, if you look at a woman, you know what I'm saying, with the lust in your heart, then you've done it, you've sinned in your heart. Go ahead.
Khan. Go not astray in her paths.
Do what?
Go not astray in her paths.
Don't fall for it. I don't give a damn how beautiful she is. I don't care how enticing them booty cheeks are hanging out them shorts. I don't care about them fishnets. I don't care about that see-through dress. I don't care about the little sticker she got on her nipples. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. Now, this is talking about wisdom and understanding and evil. Don't fall for the evil. Go ahead.
Khan. Verse 26. For she have cast down many wounded.
She have cast down many wounded. Like, listen, she out here striking them down one by one. You falling for her. You falling for that whore. Go ahead.
Khan. Yea, many strong men have been slain by her.
Listen, that's how powerful a woman is right there. Many strong men have been slain by her. When you fall for that evil and that wickedness and you fall for that trap, you're going to get slain. That's that stubbornness and that rebellion. That's what that is. When you fall for that, when you fall for that evilness, that wickedness, that sin, yeah, you're going to be destroyed. And many strong men have fell victim to that. Go ahead.
Khan. Verse 27. Her house is the way to hell, going down to the chambers of death.
Her house is the way to hell. Her house is the way to everything that we're going through right now, the curses. That's what hell is. Living out these curses, being destroyed. That's her house. That's what sin is. That's the house of sin. That's the path that you headed down. Her house is the way to hell, going down to the chambers of death. So now, either you want to hearken into the voice of the Lord and his prophets, and you want to live, or you want to continue to sin and face destruction. You want to continue to be prideful, and you want to fall to your face. You understand? You want to continue to, be rebellious, and then the Lord kill you. And then what? So, I pray that y'all take heed to everything I just said. I pray you take heed to what the scripture said. Understand that just a rebellion, even if it's from the smallest scale to the larger scale, it's a sin. Stubbornness, from the smallest scale to the larger scale, it's a sin. Pride, from the smallest scale to the larger scale, it's a sin. Don't sin against the Most High. You've been warned. With that, make sure you pay your tithes to the men of the Lord. www.isupk.com. Click the donation link. Pay your tithes. You understand what I'm saying? That 10% is of the Lord's, and it is to go through the men who's actually doing the work. That's Commander General Yohana. He's out here really servicing the people. I say it all the time where, when this white man empire falls, guess what? Commander General Yohana is going to have sufficient land, animals, all of that, food. You understand what I'm saying? Like, we're going to be, like, in the ISUPK, we're building a kingdom right here on earth. So that tithe money, that's what that's going to. He could do whatever you want with it. But Commander General Yohana understands what it is to be a leader, and he understands the scriptures. You understand? And with that, I'm going to pass the class over to Trooper Support for the security announcements. All right. The water, your turn. The water.
We are the ISUPK, started out on 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister come into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, according to Numbers chapter 18, verse 21, and Malachi chapter 3, verses 8 through 10, means tenth in the Hebrew, masharah. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations. Memorial of blowing of trumpets, first day of the 7th month, Monday the 6th of September 2021, according to the book of Leviticus chapter 23, verses 24 through 25. If anyone wants to become a trooper in the school, start wearing all black, boots, shirt, pants, headband, or scarf. And this concludes the security announcements.
You got another announcement? You read it? You know that now?
One additional announcement. Prior to departing to the school, brothers and sisters, Google search the school. If you have pictures, upload them here. And this concludes the announcements.
All right, with that, Amajim, which means to stand, we're going to give one courtesy salute to the brothers. Men of Israel, Amajim Shabbat, Amajim, Rock, Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Barakatah, Yazamatah. Sorry. We're going to give one courtesy salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, Amajim Shabbat, Amajim, Rock, Yahweh Shemal Atah, Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Yazamatah, dismissed.